Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bassin Lou here. Hey guys, how you doing? I know this is a little different. I'm usually your keyboard warrior, but today this is my first official video where I bring you guys along with me, and at the same time I'm doing a review of a pretty cool camera that was given to me to try out, and so I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. As you can see, I'm pretty sweaty. It is the morning, however, it is pretty freaking hot. It's about 90 degrees and the humidity is as high. And you guys see me here on my boat here in my yard because where we're going is a very popular area in the Everglades. However, it is well known for its road noise on videos. So I'm doing this part of the video here where it's a little bit more quieter. We get to check out and listen to the audio of the camera. And you guys will be able to tell me what you guys think of the audio and of the video so far. But again, I gotta apologize. Let me retrace my steps. I need to apologize because, like I said, this is my first video, and I want to do my best not to ramble so much and calm these nerves, because it's a little bit different talking in front of a camera versus talking to one of you guys in person. So I'm going to do my very best to slow myself down and talk to you guys like a normal person, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. This is going to be a two-part series. One is me bringing you guys along to where I fish, or one of the areas that I fish rather, and how I break down the water. And like I mentioned, I'm going to a very popular area where the bite is pretty hot right now. Combination of largemouth bass and a lot of peacock bass. I might do some peacock bass fishing for you guys to showcase, you know, the fishery that we have here in South Florida. And the reason why it's going to be a two-part is because I'm gonna show you guys where I fish, how I fish, and show you, how fun fishing can be down here. And at the second video, we'll be breaking down the actual review of this camera, and together we will see how the video looks in relation to audio and its actual video clarity, although it's a 4K camera. Again, like I mentioned in the forum, it's more of a vlogging type of camera. It's not necessarily more of an action camera, but with the adaptations or the adapters that it has that comes with the box, you'll be able to use it, quote unquote, like a little bit of an action camera. So like I said, I'm going to bring you guys along. I'm going to try different positions in my body as far as location, and even in the boat for shooting, and we'll break down the footage together, and you guys let me know what you guys think of the camera. And at the same time, I get to introduce my playground to you guys, and hopefully this will be the first of many videos where I come along and share with you guys what South Florida bass fishing is all about. Okay, so check back in a little later. Okay guys, so we're back. The reason why I'm laughing, even though it's a little bit dangerous, for whatever reason, the boat got itself unhooked from the bow hook when I was putting the boat in, and the boat drifted away on me. There was nothing I could have done, but I stripped off all the essential stuff on me, and I took a swim to my boat, and luckily that ladder works perfectly. I don't recommend this at home, but that was pretty crazy. Anyways, first time it's ever happened to me, by the way. The reason why I'm idling along is because I wanted to share with you guys my playground, and this is one of my spots. This is the famous Alligator Alley, and again, I want to apologize for the road noise. It's one of the only corridors, one of a couple corridors down south that connects east to west Florida. So it's always a lot of traffic. So again, apologies for the road noise, and this will be a good test for the camera as well. But anyways, this is the famous Alligator Alley canal system. These canal systems were dredged up years and years and years ago to help build the Alligator Alley that's just over here to my over my right shoulder here. And then over my left shoulder over here is the infamous marshes, or the Everglades, quote unquote, because it's an elaborate marsh system that goes for hundreds of thousands of square miles here in Florida. So what I'm actually fishing, or what you see on a lot of YouTube videos when people fish these canals, is that they are in the perimeter of the quote unquote Everglades. And these canal systems can be very, very productive certain times of the year because of our falling water levels. Right now, our water levels are coming down at a pretty decent clip. However, from what I am seeing here, the water seems to be a little bit higher than normal, but that's because they're always pumping water here and there. So you never know on a given day what the water levels are going to be like, but more than likely in the summer months or late spring, early summer, the water is going to be pretty low. So why do I say these things? Why? Because one, most importantly, it's the fish concentration is huge right now because of the low water levels. Like I've mentioned, peacock bass, teeming with peacock bass, and teeming with largemouth bass, and a lot of cichlids, Oscars, Mayan cichlids, natural fish, warmouth perch, gar, mudfish, you name it. There's a whole gamut of fish in these canal systems right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys along, and I'm going to show you how I break down the water. It's a canal, but don't let the canal system fool you. It has its way of being fished. So again, come along. I'm going to show you how I break down the canal, and of course, I'm going to start with a frog, and then I'm going to show you guys how I break down the water to fish the frog effectively. And the reason why you see my head flipping from side to side is because the activity right now is pretty interesting, and I haven't even put the line in the water yet, so I'm already getting pumped up. A, because I'm talking to you guys in my playground, and B, I just freaking love fishing out here. So stay tuned. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go on a quick little run, and I'll show you guys my playground. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm back. Short little run. Either way, let me give you guys let me turn this little camera around to give you guys a glimpse of the canal system that I'll be fishing today. Before I do that, however, let's just go ahead and show you some of the conditions I'm dealing with so far. As you can see, I'll turn you towards my graph. I'm at 6.3 feet, and water temps are a nice warm 86.3. And like I said, I could tell you that it's pretty warm because I already took a morning swim today. And like I was telling you guys, let me show you guys the banks I was telling you about. Over here, you'll see all these stones along the side over here. And then you'll also see the branches, so forth and so on. So as the water levels get lower and lower, these branches will be a lot more exposed, which offer beautiful canopy for the bass. And as you could see over here, these boulders, because of the low water, you could see them. Usually during high water, these stones are underwater, and this right here changes things. Right now, peacock bass love this type of structure. I'm going to try to get a little closer and see if we could catch some on film. I don't know if the lens will be good enough for that, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and clip you guys onto my chest, and I'm going to decide which mount on my chest with this magnet here is going to be the most suitable position for me once I start fishing. So give me a few minutes. I don't want to fumble the camera around and make you guys dizzy. I will be right back. Hold on. So what I've decided to do is just to, since I can move this little camera all over the place and I don't have to disconnect it from any mounts, I'm getting you guys a little bit close to the bank. Maybe we may be able to capture a cruising peacock, because I've been seeing several peacock bass cruising around. The water's pretty stained. There's a greenback heron right there. They could be a pain in the butt when it comes to frog fishing sometimes, because they'll try to get your frog when you cast it along the bank. But as you can see, maybe you might be able to follow. Those are Mayan cichlids, a very famous exotic down here, and they're also peacock candy. Peacocks love juvenile Mayan cichlids. And scanning around here, you can see some peacocks. I'm sorry, you can see a gar and some plecos. Let me see here. Let me move along and see. Let me get the speed up a little higher on the trolling motor. Let's see if we could capture one shooting away from the rocks there. Let's see. Again, guys, I don't know. The water's pretty murky, so I don't know if I'll be able to capture one for you guys. This doesn't mean they're not here. Again, I've already seen 4 of them cruising the banks. So just because you can't see them doesn't necessarily mean they're not here. And the water is pretty murky over here so far, compared to other areas in the glades. But man, you want to capture. There's one right there, guys. I don't know if you see the pair right there swimming. They went back into the dark when they saw me. So there's another one. That's a nice one. It's about a 2-pounder. Again, the water's murky. I do not know the video quality until I see it. But again, these guys are, as you can see, up along these rocks. That's where you're going to be finding a lot of these peacocks. So again, I haven't given up on the frog bite yet. I'm very stubborn that way. I'm going to see if I could coax them. I'm going to try some different cover first. But as you guys can see, and I've pointed out already, there are peacocks. So for your viewing pleasure, I might switch it up and do that. But again, I'm stubborn and I want to catch myself some bass for the iBass tournament. In case you guys haven't followed that, it's so exciting. And Mike Cork is putting a beat down on my division right now, and I hate losing. So that's why I'm focusing so much on bass right now. Let me see here. I'm still looking for you guys. There's a peacock right there, and there's a bass over there. Sorry if I'm panning too fast for you. I'm getting used to moving with a camera. I'm going to go ahead and clip this back onto my chest. Again, I don't know how stable this camera is with me moving around, and I apologize if it's bouncy. And I haven't even seen how it is on a hook set. Hopefully I don't knock the camera off me, and I don't discombobulate the shot because of the camera placement. So again, stay tuned, guys. There's one. But I don't think this is a peacock. Let's see. Maybe a Mayan. No, it's fighting like a peacock. Let's see. I can't tell yet. Yeah, it's a foul-hooked peacock. Oh, actually, no, it's still in the mouth. Let's see if I can get this guy off here without incident. Just got to be very careful with these treble hooks, guys. I despise them. Oh, and over the gunnel he went. Again, I'm apologizing if the footage is shaky because of the location of the mount on my chest and it's moving along with my shirt. So again, guys, I apologize. I'll do the best I can to not move my torso as much, but in all honesty, we're fishing, so stuff's gonna happen. This is a Mayan. Just got to be careful with those dorsal fins. Catching everything but peacock. What do we got here? Oh, a baby Mayan. Big peacock. Love this if you're a live bait guy. These right here, oh boy. And snook. If you guys are snook fishermen, snook love these. And the peacock. Little guy, but as you guys can see, they're feisty, they're fun, they don't have any quit in them. There's just a mouthful of treble hooks. Let me do this instead. There we go. Yes, I know for some of you it's like, why doesn't he just handle them? To be quite honest, I've been stuck with treble hooks enough and enough ER visits that I just take this safer and simpler approach, and this fish grip has saved me a lot of grief. I think I may have stumbled across a pattern here. I'm trying to keep my cast to that right corner over there so that I could capture it on film, any blow-ups, and I'm also trying to keep that trolling motor cable out of view. Again, I will not know if that's in the shot until I look at the footage, but I also don't want to use up all my memory, so stay focused on these particular areas right now, because I seem to be getting some hits here. So I'm going to try to do my best to keep the frog in the frame. Guys. Not a big one, but hey, it's still a frog hit, right? Alright guys, I'm taking a little bit of a break. Halftime, as you would say. It's actually 2:05. And the fishing is nowhere close to what I expected it to be. It's actually on the very slow side. As you guys could see, I caught a few peacocks. The peacocks aren't absolutely going crazy. However, they are there. Maybe I just didn't find the right jerk bait for them, but I'm not overly concerned for that because that was not my goal for peacocks today. Maybe if I was on a guide trip, well, if I was on a guide trip, it'll be a different situation, but that's not the purpose of today's video. The purpose of today's video is to check out this little camera. Again, it's the Acaso 4K Vlog camera. It's not an action camera by any means of the imagination because the memory is only 60 minutes of memory. And I think the action cameras have more memory. But again, I'm a rookie when it comes to all this stuff. So I'm going to have to go look over the footage that I have provided you guys so far to see if my attachments were viewable, and if that bow mount on the pivot stand that I used earlier when I caught that bass, if that worked also. Again, I don't know, so we'll watch this together, and you guys will let me know or get an idea if this is a camera that you guys want to look into. I think I have enough memory left that if I do come across them, I could start filming again, but for now I don't want to use up a lot of memory showing you guys how I break this down to try to get them to bite. There's still plenty of daylight left. My personal battery is full, so I'm determined to find these bass because the conditions are great for them with this low water, but for whatever reason the bass are just not engaging. So either way, I will be back hopefully. If not, I'll give you guys a final report. And again, remember, this is a two-part video, so I will go over what I think the pros and cons of this little camera are once I review the footage. So stay tuned. Maybe this is the last you'll see of me in the water right now, and maybe not. I might be back, but stay tuned. Oh, oh, oh. This is why you guys should always have your eyes peeled. This guy right here has been following me, and I did not see him. That's a big boy. Put him anywhere, probably a 9-footer. But he sees this frog and he thinks it's a fish every time I keep pulling it in, and he getting closer and closer to investigate. So that's why when you're fishing alone out here, it's always good to scan, because these guys are so stealthy. Look how big this dude is. Let's do a little walk. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look. Folks, that's a pretty big alligator. Look at the size of that guy. I guess he loves being on camera. Look at him. He's showing me everything about him. So let me get out of the way here, because he's posturing up on me a little bit. So I don't want to get myself in trouble here. So stay